Hello guys, what's up? So today we are taking a look at NQ. Today I'm bullish and I want to see NQ take the current day's high, the high that it has made today. ES has clean highs here. We have rejected pretty nicely and today my expectations are that I want to see NQ go up. What could my targets be? First of all, I think we're heading towards the weekly high. I do like this move down, but mm, I was expecting something much more like violent after 7 a.m. But we do have a news at 8:15 something, and of course at 8:30 the embargo lifts. We also have a red folder news at 10 a.m. So we'll see how it goes. I may demo trade or I may trade from my actual funded account, but let's see. I like how we have created or say engineered the liquidity like buy side, and I do like these relative equal lows. These are London lows. I was expecting price to like jump off from here because we have hourly fair value gap and hourly order block. So, but yes, price is moving, but I would have expected something like this at 9:30 or something. I don't know. Let's see. I might record the video for up until maybe say 10 or 10:30 something. We'll see how it goes. Could reject because if it's like time distortion, then I would expect it to reject and at least take these lows out. I know that we have taken the Asian low already, but maybe like go a little further down from here again. Basically, I want to say it's not the time to move. Of course, it can, yeah. Like on 4 hour, maybe we can just like be returning or say expanding to upward in this direction. But mm, it would have been good if we would have like at 6 a.m. like taken this candle's low. So I'm not convinced yet. But on hourly, I do wanna see these gaps get inverted. Inverted to the upside, of course. Like, but not right now. Um, nice gap on 4 hour at like 9:30 after I'm anticipating this. After the manipulation is done, I wanna see this gap get inverted like after 9:30 or something. So like maybe at 10 or so. Because that would prove that we have actually manipulated and we are trying to expand. Of course, the first level to take any partial could be this high. This is also the target. If we do get a trade, I'm gonna punch a trade if we do get. And after this, I have my focus on 29th December's new week opening up. Let's see how it goes. Of course, weekly high too. Has ES taken the week's high? Yeah, it has already done that. Still, I think we are pretty bullish on NQ. Mm, I would expect price to drop like pretty violently here, like luring people to sell and like for SM to be counterparty. It would be good. It would be like a pretty good discount area since we would also be in the 30-minute fair value gap. It's also 1 hour's fair value gap. So clearing these equal lows would be pretty good. Then change instead of delivery here. Mm, yeah, I like it. But let's see. Yeah, I am expecting this kind of move that comes and clears these lows. That's it. This is my first time recording the video on laptop, so I'm not sure if the voice will be clear or the video will be good. I am not sure, but I'm just documenting myself. Actually, don't care about the recording that much, but it's a good way to keep track of your trades or whatever you do. I'm gonna upload this video on YouTube. I'm gonna make it public, so let's see. Could this be a market maker sell model? Impact 50 of this range, so that's like high probability, but let's see. This is what I was expecting, to be honest. Like after 7 o'clock, I told you that I want to see violent move coming down, taking these lows out, because this could all just be like staging or liquidity being engineered to go down. Because of course this is not the time to expand uh, up in upward direction. Also, disclaimer: English is not my first language, so I could make grammatical mistakes. Also, so but it's okay. We have a news at 8:15. ADP non-farm employment change. And then 8:30 embargo lifts, and 10 a.m. we have JOLTS job openings, ISM services PMI. Not sure what that is, but I just know that we do have a red folder news. So like I don't care about the data or whatever the outcome of the news is. No shits given at all. I like how we are rejecting off of that 1 hour inverted fair value gap. I also like how we kind of like went into an inefficiency from buy side of the curve, and we try to go like above of this level, and we tapped it and we rejected pretty nicely. I like the response. I do am like looking at all these levels. I'm just not annotating them because then it would be like so much stuff on the chart. I would love to keep it clean. It could tap into this gap. If it does, I wanna see how it rejects from here. Like I don't wanna see it going, or like maybe it could go here. That's permissible, but I don't want any bodies to be closing here like or outside of this gap. It could of course like go to seek discount here. If we are right, of course it's a if. If we are right, then this could be consolidation, accumulation, reaccumulations, not no reversal. So distribution, accumulating for distribution, and then redistribution that takes these lows. I like how we are in discount according to midnight opening price. Also, we actually opened where we closed. So new day opening gap is just a single line, like a single price here. Have any gap at new day's opening gap? Hmm. We tapped it. It could use the news to expand higher. Um, let's say we don't get a manipulation here or like a Judas here, then it may try to like expand post 8:15, 9:30, 8:30, 10 also. But I wanna see manipulation at the right time, like taking these lows out. It would be like taking London sessions lows out, like London liquidity. Sorry. So we are basically tape reading. So we are basically in premium with this range. But let's see. To be honest, I don't like the rejection of this 15-minute fair value gap, which is yes. I don't like how we created this wick because I want to see price take these lows, and this is like a signature that it still wants to maybe climb up here or something. But let's see. All this is pre-market analysis. If it just keeps on expanding like prior 8:15, 8:30, 9:30 or 10, then we're not gonna be in the trade. Simple as that. Sorry, I was yawning. There are a lot of background noises near me. My parents are watching TV, so I'm not sure if the mic is catching that noise. If it is, apologies. So we are in OTE. To be honest, I'm still expecting it to like fall from here. If it doesn't do that, it's okay, no problem. But that's just what I wanna see. If it doesn't do that, it's okay. It just means that we'll just wait for 8:15 first. What's the London high? This is the London high. I'm gonna use this one as the London high because it's post to, and but of course I'm gonna keep an eye out for this one too. I like how NQ was unable to take this higher, but ES did. I do like this reaction too, and I wanna see these get inverted and fully disrespected. This is like a no trading zone right now. We are in a macro 750 to 810. Hourly fair value gap, and we also tapped the 5-minute FVG. I don't want it to close this gap fully, but if it does, then if it even inverts this gap, then I'm gonna see if we are bullish or we're gonna take this high. Currently, I do like what it's doing. Like, I do like this candle, but not this one. I want to see this candle like reject somewhere from here or here and then take this low. I want to see this low taken in the next candle, this one. Little volume imbalance. If it taps here, then I want to see instant rejection to this level. Mm-hmm. Like it. I do like it, yeah. That's what we wanted to see. So, with this kind of reaction, this could just be a breakaway gap. We have inverted this too. So, could just be the buy side of the curve, and we are trying to inverse the levels from the left side. I don't see any I don't see any idea or um I don't know what do you call it. Any point of going up here. Like the damage here is done and I wanna see price expanding lower. Of course we gotta like close in this inefficiency first. Sorry guys. I like it. I wanna see it expand down now from here. Because we have tapped the consequent encroachment of that hourly fair value gap and I want to see it stay below this inefficiency, like close below this line, my cursor's line. Can we go up here to tap in this inefficiency? It has volume imbalance too, so we're gonna focus on that too. So we are currently in the inefficiency and I wanna see how it reacts from here. It is permissible to go here, but I don't wanna see any bodies closing here. Now that it has tapped the CE, it should like show some signs of instant rejection. This is not what I wanted to see, but it's okay. So we just give ourselves some levels to trade. So say I said that I want to see this inefficiency um get closed fully and disrespected fully. We didn't do it here as we opened below, but I don't count that as a closure. Of course, that is a basically a close and open, but I wanted this candle to stay below this. Then we would have seen if price is willing to come to this lower quadrant, the consequent encroachment in the upper quadrant. But right now, I want to see what price is doing. This is how we stay safe. So if we were trying to target these, we just didn't just like went inside and take an entry. We gave ourselves some conditions, like I gave myself here. I said that I want to see price close below this. So like disrespect this inefficiency. We didn't do that. We stay still. This is how we stay safe. So we opened a new hourly candle here in 8 o'clock. So I like it, but I don't want it to like expand right after it opens. I wanted it to like at least create a wick or something here. This is good. We have tapped the gap. I want to see these lows taken. It can like go if it wants to like go and create a little Judas. I want it to like just go here, like not even try to touch the gap, the consequent encroachment. I like this step, so it is permissible to take these lows like with a quick snap. Still in the macro, would this candle be willing to tap the new inefficiency? Let's see. If we take this, I'm gonna go to option because I'm waiting for it to do that. I'm gonna mute them, and I'm gonna be back in like 1 to 2 minutes or something. Do like these lows. Yeah, we tapped it. We're in the order block. this order block, change instead of click with here. Also tap the consequent encroachment. Don't want to see it fully close. This is of course the breakaway gap now. But now price is like allowed, according to me. It is allowed to expand lower now. Taking this low, then these lows. I don't want to see it close above the consequent encroachment. Of course, it can go to balance this volume imbalance. For me to still think that it's a valid trade idea to go to these lows, for me to think that I want price to go rebalance this volume imbalance and then like come down, reject instantly and close this inefficiency and take over these blue candles. Next few candles I wanna see it take over like this inefficiency. Sorry. I see no point of going above this high, but we can of course like go and turtle soup this high. Okay. I'm gonna quickly go to washroom. You're muted. So I'm back. It could all just be the time distortion for 8:15. I like what ES is doing here. Maybe tap the consequent encroachment and then reject. Hmm. It tried. It couldn't do that, so I think it is bearish. But it left a gap here and good. Can it reject? It should, I think. But let's see. It should reject and go for these lows. Always. I don't want to see a body closing here. Of course, this is not what I wanted to see, but of course, price can do whatever it wants to if it's waiting for a time. So 8:15 we do have a news, so maybe all this is just time distortion. So I like the rejection. And now it should turn over. This is okay. This I think is good. Yeah. Sorry guys. Good. Want to see quick move below these lows and reject from here. Yeah. Reject from here. I'm looking at this order block. A little problematic, but Maybe because of 8:15. I do like how we left these lows untapped. Sorry. 8:15. We wanna see it go down. Typical highs. 8:15 news candle. Maybe clearing these highs. This could be Judas. Not that violent, of course. looking at this wick because we were unable to close this inefficiency fully, and we maybe turtle soup this high. So I'm trying to take a look at this wick if this candle has enough strength to overcome this. But right now it has tapped a little further than the consequent encroachment of this wick, and it has rejected pretty nicely. I do like that. It's live market. If it's rejecting, then I wanna see this inefficiency closed below. I do like what ES has done here. It has cleared the high of 7 a.m. whereas NS is not that much stronger. So I like the rejection. Wanted it to close like below this, but it didn't do that. It's okay. We were still unable to close this inefficiency fully, so maybe if we try to disrespect this fairly gap and then like close below this, maybe tap it and then go for these lows. Before 8:30, I wanna kind of summarize what I'm looking for. So I wanted these London lows taken today, like before we start to expand towards this high in that 29th December's new week opening gap. But clearly we have inverted this hourly inefficiency, and at 7 o'clock we tried to like go below it, but we were unable to. We still closed pretty bullish, like even above the upper quadrant of that hourly inefficiency. And this candle I was expecting maybe I'm still expecting that maybe at 8:15 we may have like at least try to make a move lower. So now I'm looking for 8:30 to do that. If 8:30 does give me a Judas here, then I may start to think that 9:30 we may try to expand. If no, then at 9:30 I'm gonna look for Judas to take these lows out and then maybe go for this high or 29 December's heavy opening gap. That's what I have in mind, but if it doesn't perform as I'm anticipating, then we don't have to take a trade. Simple. So I am viewing all this downside move as a Judas or say protractive move. We still have to invert this gap in order for it to go like above this high. So my daily bias for today is that I'm bullish. I want to take this high and want to tap the 29 December's new week opening gap. Time distortion until 8:30. News embargo lifts and we are allowed to expand and ranges are gonna be large. We're still consolidating. Of course, it's time distortion. We are in yesterday's range and we're still not even at the equilibrium of this range. So maybe adjust us to first presented fair value gap of Friday, somewhere here, and then maybe take support from this inefficiency, clear these lows. Let's see. 8:30 is up in 3 minutes. Let's take a look at what YM is doing. Yesterday YM tapped its all-time high and pretty bullish. Everyone is like maybe trying to catch the top here and selling. I hate YM. Yes, I literally hate YM. You should never take trade in time distortion. This is what happens. You just give yourself some conditions, like give market some conditions or say like you need to do this in order for me to trade. Like as we were trying to go below these lows, I was demanding a price to perform or like act in a certain way. If it's not acting or it's not doing what you're anticipating, then you should like sit back and relax and let price do whatever it's doing. So 8:30 is up. It's pretty bullish though, um, according to the higher time frame narrative, but I just these lows are a little problematic for me. Although we did clear this low in ES, so it don't actually have to clear in an NQ, but I just like the kind of days where we manipulate in the news and then afterwards we are allowed to expand. But I just don't like the days when we are just expanding on the news, so we basically don't get a trade there. I do not trust these kind of manipulation like pre-news. I wanna see price manipulating like after news or maybe on the news. So this is what 8:30 did, and London high, equal highs at London high, equal lows at London low. So the yes, we are again above previous week's high. NQ we just tapped London high. Can we reject from here? I don't know, but uh, London high is already gone in ES. 750. I wanted to like say say the sweeping process for ES is done, and then I wanna see it like stay in the range, maybe like consolidate a little while NQ goes down to take these lows. I like that. Can we maybe closing this inefficiency and disrespect it? We'll find out. like it. I want price to stay below consequent encroachment. Maybe create a gap, and then I want to see how price reacts or performs in that gap. So I have a basic idea of what it wants to do. If it doesn't even want to fill in or go into this gap, then it's perfectly perfect. That's like more confidence for me to think that it wants to go below these lows. See what this candle does? It could either maybe go and try to tap this area or maybe expand. But I want to see it at least come here to like give us a fair idea of what market wants to do. It's 8:30 opening. Yeah, 8:30. These lows, I'm watching these. If we are gonna go and take the London low, then these shouldn't be a problem. Like I want to see price quickly disregard them, like forget that these even exist in case if we are going down. Gap, I'm watching this. Could this be institutional order flow entry drill? Let's see. I want this gap to stay open. If it take over this blue candle, then this will be an order block, and then I don't wanna see price go above this high. If it goes below this and closes this. So now ESS tapped the gap. I don't like this opening, but so what I think is happening is that we are gonna go for this high. I'll tell you why. Cause here's a gap, and we have inverted this gap. Like we came here for something. Maybe we tapped the 1 hour fair value gap, and then this candle tried to come within this range. This is what I'm talking about. This. So this one tapped this, and then we see this reaction to the upward. And this could very easily be breakaway gap. I don't think it's gonna close. So here I wanna see these highs taken. Like it. I wanna see this high going to. Again, the focus is on the gap. This one. We inverted it. We tried to come into this gap. Couldn't even close in this fully. And then we get this reaction off of the upper quadrant of this inverted 1 minute fair value gap. Almost this high going this high. It's basically gone, but this is not how I wanted it to go. Like maybe expand a little more. Immediate rebalance. This candle I wanna see it expand. Like not go below the consequent encroachment of this wick. If it does, then I don't want it to close below the C of this wick. So we in this 15-minute candle, like at 8:30, we tapped this order block. It's okay, price is showing me signs of going upwards to these highs, which I wanted to do, but I just wanted to see a manipulation. This is, yes, a pretty good manipulation, like after midnight open. Oh, yeah, goes to. Okay. I'm gonna mute, I'm gonna eat while watching the candles. Hello, mic check. Yeah. I just had my breakfast. I was sitting right in front of the charts while I was having it. And I do like this. Um, yeah, hold on. I wanted price to react here after closing. I didn't do that. And then straight it went and disrespected this favor. So I was like, that's okay. Let price do whatever it's doing. So right now we wait for 9:30 opening bell. We are quite far down from where we last. I was burping. I muted. Sorry. I actually like how at 8:30 where is 8:30? I like how at 8:30 we came here and we kept this low and these lows intacted. And then we went up and took the high. Then we retraced and then we retraced again. We came into this inefficiency and then this is a good signature to see. And I think we are currently rejecting the London high. Uh, don't want to see this fully close in. If it uh, turns over from here, then I want to see price going below these lows. Because what I'm thinking is that 8:30, even when we could have taken these lows, we didn't take them. It's just a signature that we were maybe keeping them safe for later, which is now. But let's see what happens. Hourly chart. Um, pretty, pretty bullish. Yeah. This is the last hour for the for this candle to close. Then at 10 a.m. new candle will start, and maybe we take these lows. It's the same thing. I know I keep repeating the same thing, but this is what I want to see. If it doesn't do that, then I'm not trading today. I'm not trading today. Close the inefficiency, although this is the actual closing point if it wants to close it. But I want to see it turn over. We are waiting for 9:30. Wanna see what happens. I like the reaction of his 5 minute fair value gap, and if we can maybe create a imbalance here and then tap it and then reject from that gap, then I might start looking for these lows. See this one get inverted. Sorry. I like how we are creating equal highs, and we have this high and this high too. We have these two, and all these are like low resistance liquidity run. We're just getting ready to explode upwards. I wanted to see candle closure below this, like not the opening below that, like not with the volume imbalance, but the reaction is so far so good. This is like far, far away. But if we tap it here, then this could be a good trade to go below this. Now we have, yeah, that's good. Now we also have this gap, but I want to see like no willingness to climb up here. Maybe not even go above the consequent encroachment of this gap, like not close the body. This could be the mohawk. Okay, this is not what I wanted. But these violent moves I like them because they act as a sweeper to like clean or not give people time to manage their position or whatever. Like these kind of moves are the ones that actually sweep the liquidity, like Judas or protracted mode or whatever you want to call it. But this is not what we want. This could be algorithm trying to reprice pre 930 so it doesn't create much big of a gap. And on regular trading hours, I wanna mark PM liquidity, which is of course this low, this low, and this high. Maybe nope. This high and no, it's a lot. Violent. Sorry. I wanna see Judas at 9:30 and then 10 a.m. we can expand higher. This high. This high is what I'm looking at. That. So we tapped the consequent encroachment of the opening range gap, and like how ES went up to the PM high but didn't take it. Looking at these lows, and now we don't have to take these lows because right now my focus is on the PM session liquidity as we opened here, and we are trying to build some liquidity over here. I want to see price at least like tap these lows and this sell side. Yes, took these lows. It needs to reject from here if we are right, and if NQ wants to take these lows, then the damage is already done. The buys are lured here, and it should like maybe start rejecting and start expanding to the lower side. ES is pretty bearish. Makes sense because ES has already tapped the previous week's high. I'm watching this wick. This I think wasn't enough, although NQ didn't want it to go even below these lows, whereas ES did tap them. Even this much is enough, although I just think that these lows are much more salient than just these two lows. Take a look at what YM is doing. Okay, so NQ, okay, NQ closed the gap. Like NQ is not willing to go down. This is the target. This one, the day's initial high. If it wants to move without us, we'll just let it move. This is the first presented fair value gap here. Tuesdays. So it's Wednesday. Wednesday. So it actually wouldn't make sense for price to go below these lows now because they're like way too far. If it wanted to do that, it should have like done it here. It just doesn't make sense. But right now, since we are like above the opening range and we have like fully closed it, I want to see how price reacts to the opening range gap. If we start to roll over from here, since we are in this gap too, and it has disrespected this one, so I don't want to see it like fully closed. And in case we okay, in case we disrespected in case we respected this gap, then I wanted to see it like maybe go below this one to the first presented fair value gap. But right now we're just waiting and sitting on our hands. I like the institutional order flow enter drill here. It's pretty bullish. If we don't tap this high and we do get a chance to like long from this order block, that could be a trade, although we would not enter the trade, but we can just like tape read the trade because I think I wanted to see some manipulation under these lows, so that didn't happen. So we're not taking a trade. I just tapped the change instead of delivery here. Can we go and tap this high? Oh, sorry, this fair value gap. Mm, Price. Yeah, that was good. Good. So the target's been tapped like even before 10. This is what I was looking for, but I just wanted price to like go below these. I like the reaction and both our targets have been met. So next is weekly high. I'll stay in the video until 10:30 maybe. Not sure, but like maybe 10:30. Want to see what 10 a.m. does because we have a red folder news at 10, and I want to see what it brings. So we have tapped the monthly high on ES. For NQ, the monthly high is pretty far away. Consolidation, smart money reversal, price going for these highs. This could be like the last accumulation before tapping into the original consolidation here. 5934. There's a pretty good liquidity pool here. 26123. These these highs, which is also fair value gap on the daily. I like it. Next candle, I wanna see price tap these highs, like the reaction of that value gap, like this candle. We are above PM session liquidity of previous day. Here, we didn't actually take any low here. It's just we opened pretty down, like maybe say uh, T handles. Okay, so looks like people may have chased it going down. Same for ES. On ES, we actually opened above. Yeah, it was a premium opening gap for ES while it was discount opening gap for NQ. And in ES, we did take the PM low. Why didn't I mark it? My bad. This was the PM low. Why do I have? Okay, sorry. This was not the PM low. Yeah, okay. My bad. This is the PM low. Yeah, my bad. So we did actually take like a low on ES. We took many lows on NQ. I like it now. I wanna see hmm, what's this level? Weekly high. Okay. Can we tap the weekly high? Let's see. Let's find out. Can this new week opening gap support the price to go here? Next candle, I wanna see it tap this gap, but like not fully close it in. Then if it starts going for the high, then we're gonna consider that price wants to sweep this high, which is monthly high again. So weekly high. I wanna see how body reacts. So we did actually invert these uh, imbalances hourly. Is up here on the weekly high. I wouldn't trade because we are very high in premium here in comparison to where we opened up at 9:30. So we are currently in 9:50 macro time, and if we do get a low taken here, I want to see how price reacts to that. Price has disrespected this candle, which I don't like. I like this reaction. I'm looking for these lows. The price did tap into this candle, but it couldn't close even above this lower quadrant. We are currently in the order block, so it's gonna be hard for price to bypass this low. But let's see. Maybe it may try to like tap this one. Yes, we are already below this low, but NQ just doesn't want to go down. NQ looks pretty bullish, and watch this high for NQ. This could be a trade like maybe buy here, and then price goes for these highs. SL should be here when taking a trade in demo, of course. The videos that I'm gonna post on this channel are gonna be me documenting myself, and whenever I say buy or sell, I don't actually mean or try to impulse anywhere or anyone to buy or sell. If anyone wants to do that, they should do on their own with their own responsibility. So this was a good trade here. Of course, we're not gonna trade it because we are already in the premium. But I see price moving currently to the weekly high. 950 macro tried to come down, but it like couldn't even take these lows, while ES was uh, a lot below them. This is time distortion for 10 a.m. If it taps the weekly high, I'm gonna just like sit here for 10 to 15 minutes more, because then the day's objective, according to me, would be reached. Sit in front of the charts. Sorry. So 9:30 we opened up. We rejected from consequent encroachment here. We came down. We tapped this fair value gap, and on ES these lows. This was a failure swing for NQ, and then we get this reaction. Then institutional order flow entry drill. As soon as we invert this gap, we may start to think that we're just gonna go and take this high. It wasn't a clean entry, but still. We have this gap for 10 a.m. Maybe 10 a.m. could like shoot for this gap and then start to expand higher, or yeah. It's 10 a.m. and yeah, we tap the gap. Okay, we tap the opening range gap high. High on the ES. I think this kind of move or say a rejection is obvious, but I'm not sure what price is trying to do here. Just gonna wait for it to show what it wants to do. Although I do like how NQ is still keeping up, and we tap the upper quadrant here. If we try to like maybe show some bullishness here, then we may try to reach for the weekly high. ES took regular trading hours low from the opening range, and I like how it's going. Then we need to reclaim this fair value gap, which is on 5 minute. We will have to invert this gap fully in order for us to start thinking that we are gonna go up here. I like it. Wanna see how price reacts to this 5-minute fair value gap? We can also, like, for precision, we can use this one too. This is a good rejection of this 1-minute fair value gap. Look for highs. I want price to keep this inefficiency open. We need to invert this gap. Then we can be a buyer here, and then with a stop loss here. I like it. Maybe we won't get a fill here. I don't think that this new week opening gap will let price come down here. I want it to actually come here. So, like, to clear the doubt. I'm looking at this gap. I don't want it to close it fully. If we take over this high and we close above this, if we are right, then this is gonna be a bullish order block, and if we close above this, then we can target this high using this bullish order block. SL could be below here, and then target could be this or the weekly high. Like, as soon as the price pierces this high, we can go break even. So it's always if or then. If this, then that. ES looks pretty bearish, but NQ is still trying to keep up and hang around. I like how NQ is trying to hang around. If it closes above this candle, then could be something like this. It didn't close above this candle, although it has reacted pretty nicely off of that new week opening gap. I like it. And in case if I was trading, and then I would like maybe put a buy order here at this level, and then stop loss maybe below this for starting, for price to like give a little space, then below the new week opening gap, because I think price may not even try to like go below the consecutive encroachment right now. Now watch this bullish order block. It is allowed to like come back, tap this. Yeah, this is the change instead of delivery. I did that. Nice. So if we trade order blocks, then this is an entry, and this is like pretty discounted entry here. This could be the stop loss target up here or the weekly high. Sorry. This would have been a very good order block if the price may have like uh, extended or say expanded from here and then created a fair value gap too. This is a little problematic, but we are still in the range of this order block, so it's okay. Although I don't want it closing anything below this mean threshold of the order block. So if we were in a trade, then this would be our stop loss, and if price comes here and takes us out, it's okay. It's not a problem. We are still respecting the new week opening gap. Look at the bodies. In ES, we cleared this low while NQ is hanging tight, and it's just waiting for ES to like maybe catch up or something. So if we were in a trade, it would be our stop loss and we would be out. This is why I wanted price to like create a Judas first, so that we may have like nothing here for price. Like there would be no point for price to come down. Right now it's a little problematic. Like for example, for ES is just trying to come down for these lows. Once ES starts to maybe like show some bullishness, then we could expect NQ to take these highs. Little sell-off is important because there's like an SMT right now with NQ and ES with these weekly highs and the monthly high too. So I think that is it, guys. I think I'm gonna close the charts now. Before closing, let's summarize the day. Today, we were expecting price to clear the initial high that price has made, like maybe at 18:06 p.m. yesterday or something, and we were bullish today. Wanted to see price reversing these imbalances, which it did pretty nicely. I just didn't trade because I wanted price to take these lows. I was being a little demanding, but it's okay. And this high was a target. This high, it was mentioned like in initially when I started the recording. This move was expected, but of course, after sweeping these lows, and we pretty much read the price for pre-market session and New York Open. So always a good day. It's okay we didn't get a trade. It's okay. Right now we're like moving for these PM lows after clearing the PM highs. Sorry. In London we had already taken the PM session lows, but I was looking for something after maybe 9:30 or something like, because there were red folder news. That's what. So overall, good day. Catch you guys tomorrow. If I trade tomorrow, I'm gonna catch you guys. Bye. Have a good trading day. Be safe.